Yo guys, what the fuck is up? This is Burrito again. Apex Predator Burrito. What you mean? I wanted to start a little series, nothing fancy, but just helping people get better at Apex. I'll say this at the beginning of every video of this I do. Pretty much almost everyone has a pretty good shot. The biggest thing that separates the players up here from the players down there, besides a really good shot, is just situational plays. There's a lot of people that just don't know how to play the game proper or know how to play situational plays. That's literally the biggest thing that separates like top players from everybody else. Some people just don't know how to play the game right. They have all the skill there, but they don't have like the brain, you know? And I'm just going to be bringing different situations as I record them. I don't record all the time. I don't know why. I should record all the time because so much nice stuff happens. But I'm just going to bring you guys a situational game. One of our teammates dies here, and then I'm going to just take you through like the thought process because we end up winning this game with two people. And like just showing you my mindset, how to play like in situations. That's basically what this whole thing is. So I'm taking you to random situations as they come. So right now we're kind of fighting a team that we shouldn't, and our teammate gets caught in a bad spot because right here, I said, oh, we're Velcalting. This teammate came back, the other teammate didn't hear us. Not trying to put my friend on blast, but he did not hear the call out. We were trying to Velcalled out, but he just went rogue and died. So we just kind of left him. Healed. Me and him Velcalted. Realized we weren't going to get his banner because everyone kept his banners, especially since there's like two teams there. And he died like right underneath them, and they're still kind of in the ring. So at this point, we kind of just accepted placement at this point. So right now we're looting. You know, because if there's one thing I hate doing, obviously there's certain situations you can't control it, but I hate playing placement with no loot. Like that just bothers me to my core. There's nothing worse than like just not have anything and you're ratting. It's like you're just broke, you know? So right now, I mean, we kind of just came to the conclusion we're playing for placement. There's nobody here. Like we landed here at the beginning and we did all of our fights in this area. So we kind of had a feeling no one rotated here. We came back to hit beacon as always. Here he's just paranoid someone's gonna hit me, so he's like covering me. We realize the ring's ending on us. So something a lot of people don't do is like show presence. And like I'm gonna elaborate on this and probably like a lot of other videos. This especially goes for like situations like if like your teammate gets downed, it's like a 3v3, your teammate gets downed and you're like a good enough distance where you could res. Like there's sometimes one guy will be rezzing and the third guy who should be like showing presence, shooting back at them so like they don't like three-man push, is like healing or like hiding as well. There's nothing worse than when your teammate goes down and like the third guy that should be shooting is also healing, which means there's no presence being shown and just like allows the other team just to fully push, you know? Like you always have to show presence in certain situations, especially when it comes to like a situation like this where like it's like a pretty open ring, like it's literally just on top. But like if we were like camping up here and like just allowed teams to push up, then that's not good for us because like a three-man could push up here and then we're all on even level and like they could just ape us. So what we decided to do was literally just show presence up here, always shooting, always letting people around know that we're up here, that they don't know that we're a man down, and even if they do figure it out, we have so much distance, so much height to just like keep people at bay by just shooting at them. And luckily I had a teammate who is a wizard with a 30-30, which goes a long way in like a fucking spot like this where you're literally just up top shooting people. Like if you're constantly cracking people, maybe there's some exceptions with some fucking twisted players, but like if you're cracking people, people just aren't gonna push you. That's why like showing presence is so important. And I can't wait to have an example where like it's a 3v3 and someone gets downed and like 3v3 someone gets down and the third guy's showing presence so the other team doesn't push. When I get that example, I mean it's pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, so basically we're just showing presence up here. I'm always looking, never hiding. There's no point in hiding here because like if you hide, then like people are just gonna walk up. So right now we kind of realize that like on the east side there's maybe only one team left. Every other team is like kind of scattered, and like most teams are in the back here, they're fighting. And like when you only have two people on your team, like you're just trying to like get as many people out of the game as possible, which is why I was like so adamant on thirsting this guy. Like the last thing you want is more people alive and like teams of 3. The least people in the game when you're only a 2-man, the better. So like that guy is self-res. I have my teammate up top holding, and yes, I'm giving up the whole east, but like I'm pretty confident at this point after everything I've seen that like me overextending for a little bit, no one's gonna come up. But obviously sometimes you never know. But I was just pretty confident in the situation that no one was actually going to ape our teammate up there, and he's already up there showing presence. Like everyone could see him, like even from behind. So I was overextending, knowing the character I was. If I was like Bloodhound, I probably wouldn't be doing this, but I was like a Valkyrie. Almost got caught slacking looting, but I was able to get a gold helmet. That's why certain characters like Valkyrie and Wraith, like I would do this with a character that you could OE with, like a Pathfinder, Wraith, Valkyrie, a player you could like quickly get away with. If I'm Bloodhound, I'm staying up top the whole time. I'm not going down at all. And that's another thing people have to take into consideration is the player you're playing. Like you never see how, like I'll use TSM as an example. The players Hal plays. Obviously he doesn't play Valk where Hull plays him, but like whenever he plays Wraith, watch how many times like he leaves his 2 teammates to like hold down a certain spot and he overextends, knowing that like he could like get cheap kills, cheap downs, cheap thirsts, and be able to queue away and get back to safety. Like only certain characters could do that, but like you see some people doing it with like Gibby, even Bangalore. You could literally do it with Bangalore too. Like a player that could smoke and just like fucking vanish with a double time. So right here we see there's a team in the building, and they're our main focus right now because they're coming from behind and they have to move forward. So our main focus is literally just doing damage to them, make them know not to fuck with us. Because right now it's top 4. We know that the other 2 teams are basically in the back. This is the only team like behind us. So we're just constantly putting pressure on them, constantly showing presence, not camping, always like peeking, always trying to get bullets in, because that's the only way people aren't going to push you. If like people realize you're not shooting back, then they're just going to push you. That's literally just the way it is. Like if I didn't shoot this whole time, if we weren't shooting this whole time, this team's literally just going to like walk up on us. But we're constantly shooting them. My teammate is nasty with the 30-30, constantly cracking them. And like obviously we're trying not to get Krabered either, because one of those guys has a Kraber. So we're just putting constant shots. We're trying to push them underneath, that way they can't come up. So right there I get fucking Krabered or something. I think that was a longbow. That was a longbow. That wasn't a Kraber. If it was a Kraber, I was probably dead actually.
Let's go here.
So right here we're just kind of showing presence. Don't hear them pushing up, you know. We did some damage to them and now they're all going down low. Excuse my shot in this video. Like I think this was like 8 hours in or like 10 hours into like a session, just fucking fried out of my mind. And you know, the situations where we play for so long that our shot even gets worse than at the beginning. So right now we know this team's below us and then the last team's over there. So we did our job by making them go underneath and not pushing us up top. Even though this isn't the power position to end the game, it's a good spot for now. So right now this team's trying to get frisky on us, push us. They threw right there like really bad. I trying to push us. And do you want to know why they pushed right there? Is because we weren't showing any presence. Obviously we can't watch everything, but like they didn't hear shit, so they pushed. And like in this situation, the reason why I'm thirsting is because there's 2 of us. We're trying to just get people out of the game, that way there's no 3v3s. Just fucking free licks. Look at my horrible shot. There's one thing that's not horrible, no matter how long I've been playing though, it's that Hemlock hip fire, bro. Like I miss it first, watch this lock in. Just locked. Just locked. So now it's the last team. I swear if there's anyone good, they'd probably fucking third us, but they were like so far back, that's probably why they didn't push. They actually pushed late. So it's like that team basically threw right there. So we're not gonna talk about that. So this guy's going up top. We thought this was a 3-man. So we thought this was a 3-man. Turns out it was actually a 2-man. And like right here, we're just kind of think in situations like this, if it's a three-man, like you're trying to like isolate one guy to like try to crack him and get him out of the game. That's usually like kind of like the mindset, because like in like a 3v2, like everyone shooting everyone like in the open, like the three-man is obviously gonna win. So right now I'm just trying to get a play, trying to get an angle. I know that guy's up top watching me, so I feint going in the building and I walk right back out. So like right here, I know he's above me. I know he's looking in this direction. He could probably hear me, knowing I have to go that way. So I fake going right into the building, and then I turn right back out to catch him looking, because he was probably just looking at me, calling out I went in the building, popped right back out, knew exactly where he was, and just shot him, cracked him, and watch what I do once I crack him. Peek right back out. I should have one-clipped him there, but another thing, when you're a man down, or like even in a situation like this, in like a 2v2, whatever, 3v2, if you do that much damage to someone, maybe sometimes you can't go rogue, but like there's very small windows and very few opportunities you'll have, especially like in like the last ring, to knock someone. And I knew the ring was closing. I took the chance of like not getting clipped out the air by his teammate, and took the opportunity to just push this guy. This is like a straight ego confidence play to just like 158. How many times are you gonna get a guy 158? Even if he pops that bat, he still has half health. That's just like another like easy clip. I miss a lot of bullets here, but like my teammate actually helps me out right here. So I get the quick shield swap, and then we realize there's actually only one guy. So that guy was trying to make a play on his own and like get an angle, but he actually like threw. And then it's just like the last guy, and then like we kill him and we win. But that game was just a matter of like us finding where the ring was, showing presence, picking our spots, you know, not being too like a lot of people, like when we were up top and like those kids were like fighting in the back of down beast, a lot of like two-mans probably would have just like been like third that, but we kept a good spot the whole time and just let everyone else do the work. And that's how we ended that game. So that's just one of the situational plays. More coming soon, guys. I'm trying not to make these videos too long too, so stay on the lookout. I'm gonna be doing these like almost every day because there's so many situations, but like yeah.